If I just turned 18, here's exactly what I would do to set myself up for financial freedom. And I'm not talking about in 10 years, I'm talking about right now. And I'm not talking about some corny guru advice or that just hustle harder motivational BS. This is the blueprint, this step by step guide that I wish I had when I just turned 18. And exactly what I would have done if I could go back knowing what I know now. I'm 19. I've made money, I've lost money. I've worked a 9 to 5, I've tried side hustles, I've built a brand, and I've learned more from YouTube than school has ever taught me. This video is for every person that doesn't want to wait until they're 40 years old to finally start living. Let's get into it. Step 1 is to build your foundation, and this is the most important part. You can't build wealth if you don't have control, so here's how to lock into the basics. For starters, get the right accounts. Open a checking account with a local credit union or bank with a $0 monthly fee. If you don't already know, this is where your money's going to come in and go out. Next, open a high yield savings account with an online bank like SoFi, Ally, or Everbank. Oftentimes, these will pay more than 4% annual interest, which pretty much means you're just going to be letting your savings grow for free. Now, why does this matter? Leaving money in a low interest account or just a normal checking account is like leaving money in a drawer. Over time, your money actually loses value because of inflation. Let's say you chose to keep $2,000 in a Chase Bank savings account. You might expect to earn something like 20 cents a year. Now, let's say instead of that, you chose to put that $2,000 into a high yield savings account like Everbank. If you received a 4.5% annual yield, you would receive $90 in interest at the end of the year. And that's just for sitting there. Over 5 years, you could expect to earn $450, money that you just did not work for. Next, budget like you're broke. Even if you're not, budgeting may sound boring, but that's actually what ends up giving you freedom. When you know exactly where your money's going, you stop feeling guilty about spending it. Use a budget where every dollar has a purpose: income, expenses, savings. Let's say that you make $2,000 a month. Here's a budget that you could use: $1,000 for needs like rent, car, groceries; $600 for wants like eating out or the gym, and then use the remaining $400 for saving or investing. Use free apps like Monarch or Mint, or you could just simply track it on a Google Sheet. The truth is, most 18-year-olds don't have an income problem. They have a money management problem. I used to spend hundreds of dollars on fast food, drinks, and dumb impulse buys without even realizing it. Once I started to track my spending, I was disgusted, and I fixed it overnight just by being aware. Next is build an emergency fund before you start investing, or before you start to build a business. Build an emergency fund. This fund will be your safety net because it will keep you from going into debt when life actually starts to hit. Just start by aiming to get $1,000 in there. Then you can work your way up to 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, like car repairs, medical bills, or losing your job. Step 2, build credit this smart way. Your credit score is your adult GPA, and it affects a lot of things. It affects your ability to get apartments, phones, cars, jobs. And I'm even talking about dating, and I'm serious. Sometimes people check that. So, if you just turned 18 or you haven't started credit yet, here's how you can build a great score from scratch. If you have no credit, start with a beginner card. Get something like a Discover Student card, a Capital One Quicksilver, or a Pedal 1 or 2 card. Use this credit card for reoccurring expenses that you already have, like gas, Netflix, or phone bills. The key rule is to pay in full every month. Not the minimum, not part of it, but in full. Set it on auto pay. You want to show lenders that you can borrow money responsibly, not show them that you like debt. Next, keep your utilization low. If you start with a card limit of $500, try not to spend more than $50 or $100 every month. Utilization, or how much credit you're using, makes up about 30% of your score. Next, try to become an authorized user. If someone in your family has a good credit score, ask them if you can become an authorized user on their account. You don't even need to use the card because their history can get added into yours instantly, giving your score a credit boost. Next, don't close your first credit card ever because the longer your account's been open, the stronger your credit history gets. So never cancel that first card unless it has a crazy fee or something. Keep it alive by just spending tiny amounts every month and paying it off. Step 3 is to multiply your income streams. Your job is not enough. It's a seed, not a tree. You need multiple income streams if you want to stay alive in today's economy. And especially if you want real financial freedom, not just living check to check. Start by getting a job that'll teach you discipline. Any job, like fast food, retail, warehouse, just something that teaches you time management, customer service, and consistency. Don't look down on that. Use it as your foundation. But don't stop there. Freelance is skill. At 18, you have two things: time and internet access. That's all you really need to learn a skill and monetize it. Here are some skills that you could realistically easily learn in 30 to 60 days. Video editing, social media management, web design, AI automation, copywriting. There's a whole bunch of ideas. Learn it free on YouTube and then offer your services to local businesses or online. Start cheap, get testimonials, and then raise your price. Next, flip stuff for profit. Go on things like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, thrift stores, go to garage sales. Look for underpriced or sometimes even free items like electronics, furniture, sneakers, and resell them. One time, I got a dresser for absolutely free from a garage sale, put it on Facebook Marketplace, and some lady bought it for $200. I've done it plenty of times and I have plenty of examples, and it won't by any means make you rich, but it's cool to have another little side stream of income. Next, start a service business like lawn care, mobile detailing, cleaning, or tech help. These things don't require a degree, just effort, and you can make more in a single weekend than most people do in a week from a real job. Start small, reinvest your profits, and brand yourself professionally. Next, create content that helps others. You don't need a million followers. You just need a niche and consistency. Teach something helpful and post it on things like Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Build trust, then monetize it with things like affiliate links, ad revenue, or a coaching program. This is how tons of people our age are escaping the matrix every day. Step 4 is to invest early and automatically. Time in the market beats timing the market every single time. And if you're 18, you have the ultimate superpower: compound interest. Start with something simple like a Roth IRA. This is a retirement account where your money will grow tax-free. You put in after-tax dollars right now, and then when you retire, you withdraw it absolutely tax-free. As of 2025, you can contribute up to $7,000. If you invested just $200 a month every month starting at 18, you could retire with over $1 million in that account alone. Invest in simple, diversified funds like VU, which is the S&P 500, SCHD, which is dividends, or QQQ, which is tech-heavy growth. Use a brokerage account for flexibility, because a Roth IRA is for retirement, where a brokerage account will allow you to invest for the short-term and medium area. Invest consistently into well-known index funds. Don't try day trading, you're not Warren Buffett yet. Dollar cost average. This means you invest the same amount on a consistent schedule. Regardless of market conditions, this will remove emotion from the entire process. Stay educated, not emotional. Go on YouTube and watch creators like Minority Mindset, Humphrey Yang, or me, Bankrupt. But don't get distracted by hype. Build your own strategy and stick to it. Lastly, build a long-term mindset and avoid burnout. Life is not a race. It's a game of endurance. Focus on real systems, not just goals. Don't just say, I want to be rich, and then do nothing about it. Instead, say something like, I'll track my spending weekly, I'll invest every Friday, and I'll post one YouTube video every week. Systems create results, and goals without systems are just dreams. Avoid the comparison trap. Everybody on Instagram is rich, and everybody on TikTok has a Lamborghini. But the truth is, it's fake. Most of those cars are rented, and most of that money is leveraged. Comparison leads to depression, so stay in your lane. Next, take breaks without quitting, because you will get tired. You'll feel like nothing is working, and that's completely normal. Rest, reset, and just come back stronger. This is a long game. If you're 18 or in your 20s, you're not late at all, you're extremely early. If I just turned 18 again, this is exactly what I would do. Not chase clout, not blow checks, but build a system that will give me financial freedom forever. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be crazy smart. All you need to do is to start. You can still have fun. You can still mess up. You can still figure things out, but just make sure that you're building as you go. The next 5 years are going to pass whether you like it or not. You can wake up at 23 with no regrets, or you could just wake up with a pile of receipts. That's entirely your choice. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment because I will reply to every single one of them. So lock in and we got this. Let's do this together. I'll see you in the next one.